will know about pole mounted substation and we will do one problem about it. Substation serves as a source of energy supply for the local area of distribution in which these are located. So this is a pole mounted substation, and here we can see it as a two poles are there and one cross arm is there, and here three incoming wires is coming, that is R, Y, B. This is coming to our transformer, and here the output current is taken by a cable, and it is the most common type of outdoor type substation are installed on a single pole or two pole structure rated up to 25 kVA and three phase distribution transformer up to 500 kVA capacity mounted on two pole or four pole structure or on a plinth. Here we can see the plinth. It is called as a plinth or a base. The two pole structure is made up of poles with channels and associated with accessories. So these are all are called the accessories, creating a H type pole configuration. And here you can see it is a creating a H type pole configuration to located the distribution transformer at a certain minimum height from the ground. That means it will maintain a certain minimum height from distribution transformer is kept a certain minimum height from the ground level to meet the ground clearance. Before we do one problem, first of all we have to know what are the materials used. First material is our disc insulator. It supports the weight of the suspended wire without allowing the current to flow through the substation to the ground. Next is our pin insulator. There is a groove on the upper end of the insulator for housing the conductor, where we can see the groove. Next is our lightning arrestor. Lightning arrestor is a device used to protect the insulations and conductors of the system from the effect of lightning. Next is our TPICN switch. They are main switches which are used to control the three-phase circuit. Next is our TPMO switch. It is a kind of air brake switch. When we found any minor or major fault, then we can break the line and do any maintenance work. Next is our fuse. The primary purpose of this fuse or power fuse is to provide the interruption of permanent fault. Next is eye bolt. It is used to fix the earthware with the pole. Next is MS channel. It is used to support the disc insulator and lightning arrestor. Next is dropper angle iron. It is used to support the pin insulator. Were used to stop climbing of unauthorized person. So these are the barbed wire. And then this is danger plate. Danger plate providing a visual warning on substation and discourage the public access. And next we will do one problem. The problem is estimate the cost of pole mounted substation of capacity 50 kVA transformer operating 11 by 0.4 kV. The HT line is available about 50 meter from the proposed site. Also make a neat sketch of the pole mounted substation. This is the sketch of the pole mounted substation. And this substation is 50 meter away from the existing 11 kV line. This is the existing pole, and from this pole the connection will be taken to this pole mounted substation. Previously the existing pole is looking like this. Here only the pole is there and one cross arm is there, and three phase line, that is R phase, Y phase and B phase line are going along this direction, and the three phase lines are suspended on the pin type insulators, but we have to take connection along this direction because our proposed site is along this direction. So we have to make some new arrangement about this pole, so we can take connection along this direction. So the new arrangement here we have done is we have connected one new cross arm, this is the cross arm, and we have connected two new pin type insulator. Now this is the new R phase line is connected to the this point of the pole through the this insulator. Again the Y phase line is connected to the new cross arm through this insulator. Again the new B phase line is connected to the new cross arm through this insulator. Now the R phase line, the live line, the connection taken from the R phase line to the new line through this jumper wire. Similarly, this is the existing Y phase line. From the existing Y phase line, the connection is taken to the this pin type insulator through jumper wire, and from this pin type insulator, the connection is given to this new Y phase line through the jumper. Again similarly from this is the existing B phase line. From the existing B phase line, the connection is given to the new pin type insulator through the jumper, and from this pin type insulator, the connection is given to new B phase line through the jumper wire. And this is your earth line is going along this direction, and we have to take connection of earth line along this direction. So you need to connect one earth wire clamp. Again here the connection are going along this direction, and the three phase line and the earth wire are connected on this pole mounted substation. The R phase, Y phase and B phase line are connected to this cross arm, that is MS channel cross arm, through this insulator. And from this line one connection is given to this lightning arrestor. These are the lightning arrestor. And again from this three phase line, the connection is given to this this is called our TPMO switch, and the lightning arrestor always connected on the top, because any lightning surges occur, it will strike directly on the lightning arrestor, so that the transformer will be safe. And from this TPMO switch, the connection will be given to the pin type insulator, and from this pin type insulator, the connection will be given to this fuse set for the protection purpose. From this fuse set, the connection is given to the transformer. Here it is a 11 by 4 0.4 kV transformer. So there is 3 incoming line, but there is 4 outgoing line, R, Y, B and neutral, and the 4 outgoing lines are the connection will given to the TP ICN switch. And here there will be earthing will be done. Now we'll discuss auto description of the material. First, the material for the HT connection with the main line, that is the material required for the existing 11 kV line. First material is MS channel of 10 cm into 5 cm into 1.5 meter long, that is the quantity here required is 1 number. And this is the existing cross arm. This is the existing cross arm. Here we have connected the new cross arm, so the quantity is 1 number. Next is HT 11 kV dish insulator with fitting. Here we have required 3 dish insulator, and 3 dish insulator are connected to the 3 transmission line, that is R phase, B phase and Y phase. Next 11 kV pin type insulator. Here we have required 2 pin type insulator which is connected on the new cross arm. Next is stage set complete. Here 2 stage set complete are connected to the existing pole for the mechanical strength of the pole, because the new 3 lines or 4 lines are taken from the existing 11 kV line. Next is concreting of existing line. So for more mechanical strength, the line should be concreted again. That is quantity 1 number. Next, it is required earthware clamp. Here the earthware is going in this direction and we have to take the earthware along this direction. So one earthware clamp is needed to connect the earthware with this pole. Next is T clamp for MS channel. This is the MS channel and the MS channel will fix with this pole through a T clamp. So the quantity of T clamp is 1. Next we required is binding wire. Here the binding wire is required to connect the overhead transmission line or overhead transmission conductor with the insulator. Here is the overhead transmission conductor and here is the insulator. These are the binding wire which is bind the insulator with the overhead transmission conductor. So the requirement of binding wire here also in the insulators, in this type insulator and pin type insulator, we require binding wire of aluminum, and the quantity of binding wire we required is 500 milligram. Next, this is all about the material required for the existing pole. Next, the conductor we have used the length of the from the existing pole to the pole mounted substation. The total length is 50 meter. So total length of conductor required will be, there is three lines, that is R, B and Y. So total 50 meter. So into 3 lines, that is 150 meter, and we will take a sag of 1%. So total length of wire required is 151.5 meter. Next is the RS joist pole of 170 mm, 75 mm into 100 mm into 10 meter long. So this is the RS joist pole. So the quantity of RS joist pole required is 2 numbers. Next, the fittings on HT double pole structure for the pole mounted substation. The material required to the pole mounted substation, first one is stone pad. Here in this diagram you can see the stone pads. Here the stone pads are there to give the mechanical strength to the poles. So the requirement of stone pad is 2 numbers. Next we will require a substation plate. The substation here it is the substation plate. The substation plate is required to mount the transformer on it. So the quantity here is 1. Next is MS channel 100 mm into 50 mm into 8 mm into 2.65 meter long. Here this is the MS channel cross arm, and the incoming R, Y, P 3-phase lines are connected to this MS channel through the DC insulator, and the lightning arrestor also mounted on the MS channel. Next one is eye bolt. Now eye bolt is required to connect the earthware with the pole. Here is the earthware. Earthware is connected to the pole through the eye bolt. So quantity is 1 number. Next one is dropper angle iron 75 mm into 75 mm into 8 mm into 2.2 meters long. The dropper angle, here is the dropper angle iron. The dropper angle iron is installed to connect the pin type insulators, and the quantity is 1 number. Next we require stay complete. Here 2 stays are connected, one is on one pole, another one is on another pole for the mechanical strength. Next we required 11 kb disinsulator. Here we required 3 11 kb disinsulator, that is these 3 are 11 kb disinsulator. Next 11 kb pin insulator with pin. Here 3 11 kb pin insulator. Next one is binding wire. As I have already told, the binding wire is used to bind the insulator with the transmission wire. So for this insulator, the binding wires is required, that is the quantity is 500 gram. Next we require number plate. To recognize the substation, we have to give the number. So number plate is 1. Next is danger plate. So danger plate is required. Next is barbed wire. Barbed wire is required to stop the climbing of unauthorized person. Next one is earthing. Earthing set, that is one set of earthing need to be required for this substation. Next one is jumper. So these are called the jumper wire. From this cross arm or from the lightning arrestor, the wires are coming to the first DPMO switch. Again the wires jump to the your pin insulator. Again the wire jump to your fuse set, and from the fuse set the wire is coming to the transformer. So this is jumper wire of 11 meter is required. So nut and bolt required is 18 bolts. For the bolting purpose, we have to require a nut and bolt of 18 numbers. Next, concreting of poles. So we need to concrete the pole for the mechanical strength. Next one is TPMO switch. So this is our TPMO switch, that is triple pole mechanically operated switch. Next, painting have to be done for the poles. So 2 liters of paint need to be required. Next is fuse set. These are the fuse set. So one set of fuse set is required. Next is fabrication of some such parts such as clamps. So we need to fabricate all the parts with the pole. So fabrication is required. In the transformer of 50 kVA, this is the transformer of 50 kVA 11 by 0.4 kV, that is one number is required. Here is the TPICN main switch, that is the quantity one number is required. And earthing for the the pole is earth, again the transformer will be earth, so quantity one number. And lightning arrestor, that is 3 numbers of lightning arrestor will be required. The next is transportation cost will be required. Next, labor charge, and last one is tax. That's out the problem. This is the material list of this problem. This is the page number 1 and this is the page number 2, and thank you.